Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States and welcome to Farragut Square. We're, I don't know, just a few blocks north of the White House actually, on K Street at a park which is called Farragut Square, which is home to this beautiful bronze statue of Admiral David Farragut. Now, Farragut was the first person in the United States Navy to carry the title of Admiral. And that's why he is so significant in our history and has his own park, I guess. He's probably best known for capturing the port of New Orleans during the Civil War. Now, Farragut, interestingly enough, it's David G. Farragut, but his middle name is Glasgow, was born James Glasgow Farragut. But he ended up, his mother died and his father had to, adopt him out. So the gentleman that adopted him, his name was David, so he changed his name to David. He kept his family name of Farragut, but changed his name to David Farragut in honor of his adoptive father. Just interesting tidbit, a man of great loyalty and wanted to respect his adoptive father and what he'd done for him. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, Farragut started his career in the War of 1812. Now you're saying, wait a minute, Paul, you just said he served in the Civil War. Yeah, by the time he was in the Civil War, he was an admiral. In the War of 1812, he started serving at the ripe old age of 9 years old. I'm not sure exactly what he did, but he served aboard the USS Essex, which was captured by the British. So he had kind of an unfortunate start to his military career, but he survived and rose to the rank of admiral and the first person to do so. In those days, pretty much it was captain and then maybe commodore. You became a commodore, and a commodore, as I had explained in earlier episodes, was a captain who was in command of multiple ships. It was, in fact, a title unto itself, and I guess one epaulet of your two had a special insignia on it so that people knew you were a commodore. But it wasn't until Farragut, in the United States at least, that the rank of admiral came about. So that is Farragut's place in history. Unfortunately, I don't know a great deal I don't know anything about the artist that did the statue. I do know that the statue and the four mortars that you see pointed around on the corners, unlike many, and this is considered a Civil War monument, unlike many Civil War monuments, it's not cast out of enemy cannons. This is actually cast out of the propeller of a ship, a decommissioned ship, I believe. And it was cast, interestingly enough, at the Navy Yard here in Washington, D.C. I don't quite know how they went about doing that, but at the time, apparently, it was something they were able to pull off. So anyway, not cast out of enemy cannons. That makes it a little unusual, possibly unique, I don't know. But it certainly makes it out of the ordinary for Civil War monuments. Anyway, so that is pretty much it without going into the life and times and history of David Farragut, which is probably more than we really need to do here. I just wanted to share with you this beautiful statue at Farragut Square. Lots of space, lots of seating. Again, most of these little parks in D.C., you'll find that they've gone to a relative amount of expense to provide a lot of seating for people, because people in D.C. walk. They take the metro or the bus, and then they walk. And so it's nice, especially in the hot weather, to have these opportunities to sit down. So this is no exception. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us here in Farragut Square in downtown Washington, D.C. I hope you've enjoyed this short visit. You have questions or comments, leave in the comments section down below. Let's open a conversation. I'd be glad to try and get back to everybody I can. Just stop in and say hi. That's cool too. If you're new here, hey, click subscribe and come along for the adventure, because we got lots more to show you. And as always, folks, well, thank you for watching.
Thank you.